Hi, it is Kat from My Happy Insides, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can get calm, centered, and clear, especially in a time like right now where there's so much going on. And I think honestly, most of us can say that we kind of want to do over. There are people saying, can we go back in time and have a fresh start to 2020? And there are other people who are saying, can we just skip it and just go to the end of the year and get a fresh start? But frankly, we're in it. And it's important for us to recognize that because we're in it, we need to be able to cope with it. And one of the ways we can do that is to ground ourselves and to deliberately get calm and to get centered and to get clear on what we need to do in times of uncertainty and a lot of unrest. So, what I'd like to do is use the Enneagram as a little shortcut for how we can actually do that. But first, I want to talk about this idea of reaction versus response, because we get to choose how we respond to something if we catch ourselves. And a reaction and a response are two different things. So, a reaction is really quick and immediate. So, we will have something happen and instinctually we'll take it in. Our body will notice it. This all happens at the subconscious level. And then we can have an immediate feeling and thoughts, and we can have a reaction. A response is different. It's intentional and it's measured. It's where we can take in our surroundings, notice what's going on, notice our reaction and what we want to do, and stop ourselves and say, how do I actually want to respond? So there's the difference between automatic and instantaneous versus taking a pause and being intentional. Now, when it comes to the Enneagram, what am I talking about? Well, the Enneagram is actually split into three different centers. There's the instinctive or body center, there's the feeling or heart center, and finally, we have the thinking or the head center. And the instinctive center is really the gut. What do we know in our gut? A lot of times we have reactions to something that's happening in our gut. Our feeling, this is the emotion we're having about this situation. So it's our heart. What's it saying? And then finally, we have our thinking center, which is our head. And these are the three things that we want to get clear on. And the reason I show you this is that you can actually be reminded that if we use this in this order, we can actually get calm, get centered, and get clear. So what does that look like? Well, it's 3 steps. The first thing, connect with your body. When you notice something's going on, when you notice you're having a reaction, something is stirring, you just want to check it. Observe what's going on, maybe check in with your sensations. How do you feel right now? Are you agitated? Are you on edge? Do you feel like something's welling up? Notice that. The second thing we want to do is to connect with your heart and say, okay, I've connected with my body. Now I want to connect with my heart. How do I feel right now? What is the emotion that is prevailing? What's happening for me right now? And once we have a better sense of that, we can move on to the third area, which is how to connect with your head. And when you feel more grounded and present in your body, when you're in touch with your emotions, you can have a more clear mind in order to make a reasoned decision and an intentional response, which is different than having a knee-jerk reaction that's automatic, that really doesn't involve our brain. By following these 3 steps, connecting with your body and connect with your breathing, connect with your heart, what's going on emotionally for you, and then connect with your head and decide, what do I do in this moment? How am I going to choose to respond? Because the honest truth is, we do get a choice in how we respond to things. We actually get a choice in the thoughts that we have. Yes, we might have an instinctual feeling about something, and yes, we might have an instinctual emotion and thought that comes up. These are automatic, they're practiced. Our brain does this all the time. But we can actually pause, be intentional, and choose, what is the response that I want to do? I hope that this is something you might consider trying. And if you do, please let me know. Does this help? Are you able to connect with your body, your heart, and your head as a way to get more calm, more centered, and more clear?